Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing a 5-colored Pro Tour ramp deck. It's going to be a standard best of 3 list with average converted mana cost 4.5. It has 12 creatures, 22 non-creatures, and 26 lands. Now it's basically 5 colors, but not really. It's mostly Selesnya here with a splash of red and then the rest of the colors within Atraxa, right? So Pro Tour ramp, right? I was watching Pro Tour recently and I saw this deck. Now there are 2 5-colored decks that played in the Pro Tour. One was this, a ramp deck, and one was a domain control deck that I am going to also feature on this channel. I fell in love with this deck and I thought it was great. When I was watching it, it did pretty good. It topped 8. The most it went to was top 8. But it did well nonetheless. So I wanted to play it, I wanted to feature it, and I changed it up a little bit just because we are not playing in the Pro Tour, we're playing in Standard, and there are decks in Standard that don't make it to the Pro Tour that you are going to have to play against. So this is the idea behind the deck, right? To play Italy, Atraxa, and Herd Migration. These are your top ends. These are the cards that you're ramping into, right? And your ramp cards are Topiary Stomper and Invasion of Zendikar, right? Topiary Stomper, there is a very specific combo here, or not combo, synergy here, right? Stomper on 3, Zendikar on 4, then you're going to have an attacking or defending Stomper on turn 5. Also, you can have a 7-drop on turn 5. That's the idea behind the list, right? The rest is removal within ossification. This card is especially here against all the planeswalkers, all the let's say the mirror matchup. This card is here for basically Rakdos mid-range, right, with Chandra, I mean, this deck farmed Rakdos in the Pro Tour, so ossification is obviously very decent removal spell here. Bankbuster, Leyline Binding. Also, we are playing domain here. We're 5 colors. My take is Surge of Salvation. Now, a lot of people either played 4 Archangel of Wraths or 4 Italis. For me, I wanted to play Surge of Salvation. This was definitely a sideboard card, but I'm playing it in the main just because I want to have some sort of protection in the main deck. Some sort of protection, right? Obviously, this card is here against Invoke Despair, against all the red aggro decks. But for me, in the Pro Tour, I meant this wasn't in the main deck because you're not going to be playing a lot against mono red, for example. While within Standard, you are going to be playing a lot against mono red. So this is a pretty decent card against mono red. First, you and your permanents gain hexproof. Second of all, you prevent all the damage that a red or black creature would deal to you this turn. So this is why I have it in the main. The rest is very straightforward. All you have to do is ramp on 3, ramp on 4, and then you cast a 7-drop on 5 and pretty much win the game, right? Italy can either head in Atraxa or Herd Migration off the top, and now it's 2 7-drops on turn 5. And a board wipe here. Archangel of Wrath is a tech card mostly against Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And we also have a pretty healthy sideboard. Now, I have a lot of cards. The sideboard I constructed myself, but a lot of these cards were from the Pro Tour decks, like the Tyrannix Rex, right? Like the Barrage here. The Rex is obviously against blue decks that run a lot of counterspells, because that's the one thing that is this deck's weakness, which are counterspells. So you want uncounterable top end, right? Your 7-drops are going to be a nightmare to cast if you're playing against counterspells, so you need something that can't be countered, like Tyrannix Rex. Also, it can attack through, has trample, so it can flip your Invasion of Zendikar. And the other card is Lithomantic Barrage. This card is insane. This card is the best card against mono blue tempo. This card is the best card against Azorius Soldiers, and this card is pretty good against anything that's white or blue, right? Anything that has blue in it, this card is good. If they have permanents like creatures and planeswalkers, you have to run this card. Can't be countered, 1 mana. It's insane, right? And then I have 1 Wandering Emperor just in case, my Archangel matchups are kind of clunky. And also the 1 Planeswalker because, it can be an extra card type for Atraxa to hit. 1 Farewell for those extra board heavy permanents, right? If your opponent is playing a lot of permanents. Also 3 Tyrannix Rex is what I try to say. 2 Spell Pierces. A lot of the a lot of the ramp decks never played Spell Pierce, right? Even in the sideboard, they never played a single blue card, right? Besides the Troxa. But for me, I do like the option of Spell Pierce, especially if I'm playing a lot against Grixis or blue decks. Like I mentioned, Spell Pierce can be the nail in the coffin, right? You can wait an extra turn to cast your ramp spells. You cast your ramp spells, they counter it, you counter their counter with the Spell Pierce, and then you go from there, right? And that's pretty much game over. If they counter your ramp, you lose the game. If they can't, you win the game. That's pretty much it, right? And then the rest is Vanquish the Horde. Obviously, this is going to be a great sideboard option for multiple creature decks. And yeah, the rest is this is the first 5-color deck that I've ever played that has this many basic lands, right? We have 4 forests, 2 mountains, 1 swamp, 1 island, 3 plains, and then the rest are basically 2 Myrixes here. And Myrix is good against Invoke Despair, so you can make that little creature that they can eat up with their Invoke Despair, so they won't draw a card and they won't deal damage to you. And then the rest here are tapped Triomes here, and 1 Beseju and 1 Aiganjo only. And the reason why we have a lot of basics is because of Invasion of Zendikar and Topiary Stomper, obviously. So yeah, with that being said, great deck. We went 100% win rate. We never lost with this deck so far. It's a Pro Tour deck for a reason. It did pretty well. I'm happy to play it in Standard, and I'm happy to feature it on the channel. I am going to be featuring that Domain Control deck, because that one I liked even better than this, but that one performed slightly worse than this. But the idea behind it was nice. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you do, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later with another game or video. Okay, bye. Alright, we're on the draw. Let's see what we're playing here. 3 land hand, a bunch of ramp, and a Leyline Binding. Yeah, that's a keep. It's a keep for me. A little slow, but it's a ramp deck. Alright, lead with the Jetmir's Garden. We also drew Invasion of Zendikar, so that's going to be really good. Alright, opponent is on a slow draw here as well. We need to get another green source here for this Stomper, so I guess we're just going to channel this Herd Migration. Restoration of Aiganjo, sure. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well here. Opponent is on a slow start, which is exactly what we need. I think we outvalue almost any deck in the late game, so I'm not really worried about this game. Alright, Stomper. We just need to find our top end. So turn 3 Stomper, which gets us... We have a white source in hand. We also have a red source in hand, which gets us a black source. Okay. We have full domain here for this Leyline Binding. They are going to do a little bit of ramping here as well. Oh, they didn't. Okay, must be their only planes in hand then. But yeah, next turn should be good. Next turn we can attack with the Topiary Stomper here if we ramp with Invasion of Zendikar, so that's pretty good. Yeah, Leyline Bind. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a lay down arms or whatever, but yeah, it's just a March of Otherworldly Light. That's fine. Okay. Plains, Invasion of Zendikar. Get another green source, another white source, and then just pass. Sure. Alright, this transforms. We just need to draw our top end at the moment. It's pretty much all we need to do here. So they're playing Orzhov, which is quite interesting, but man, their deck is really slow. The Sarah Paragon, sure. Sure, just take that. Troxa is exactly what we needed here. I'm going to lead with the Atroxa here before playing a land, just so I can see what I can top deck here. So, Invasion, Herd Migration, we are going to get a land here. It's going to be a tap land. Surge and Bankbuster. Not the best Atroxa, but should be okay. Here though, I don't really want to play. Gonna play my Leyline Binding here, just so we won't have to discard. Surge of Salvations is not, good in this matchup. But they're splashing black, and I wonder why. Okay, it's Elspeth. Sure, see what they get.
I've made plenty of connections.
Get a Brutal Cathar, wow. Okay. Lucky. That's pretty good for you. Okay, we have options here, surely. We do have options. Okay. We can play Herd Migration. We can play our ramp spells more. We can play a Bankbuster. I think I would like to get a Bankbuster down. Yeah, so I'm thinking about Herd Migration plus Bankbuster this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Yeah. Let's just fire it off. Bankbuster. Just pass. Now they might have a Farewell. I mean, these mid-range decks always have the Farewell, but they're playing Soldiers. Really? Soldiers with a slow start and Restoration of Iganjo. I mean, the deck seems pretty weak, to be honest. Now, it's more mid-range than it is aggro. I might go over the top here. Give it flying. He gave it lifelink, yeah. I mean, they can attack, that's fine. Sure. Yeah, but they just pass. Okay. That's fine also. They kept mana up. But we have Surge of Salvation for protection, so how bad can it really be? Alright. We sent 2 at the Invasion. And then 3 at Elspeth here. We also have Ossification, but I'd rather save it. Yeah. So Wandering Emperor, which is fine.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
Let's see what they decide to do here. Okay. That's also an option. We can Sunfall to get our Traxa back to refuel. I mean, that's also an option. And let's see how they want to block here. Probably save the Elspeth, huh? I mean, if they do that, I might as well Ossification here, but I don't want to really put a lot of permanence on the battlefield because that's just feeding into their Farewell. Their Farewell is going to be amazing here because they get 3 bangers back, right? If I put another enchantment on the battlefield, so I'd rather just deal damage to it and just kill it. Now let's see. Man, Herd Migration is definitely, it was definitely on time there. It was definitely good for us. Okay, friend. Hopefully they decide. I mean, they can definitely block with the Brutal Cathar, yeah. Okay. Why are you blocking like this, friend? It makes absolutely no sense. But that's okay. So wow, we transfer the invasion and we kill the Elspeth. Man, that's really good. Yeah. Okay. Here I think I just play another invasion of Zendikar, to be honest. Just ramp more. And just pass. Yeah. Just pass. Take the draw off of the Bankbuster here. We also have Surge of Salvation, so I mean if they were to target any of my creatures here, it's think we can also provide protection. I don't want to over-invest into the board here like that. Okay, they get a plains. No farewell in sight. We can't really be scared of the farewell all the time like that. Transform. Okay, their creatures are pretty decent here. If I was the opponent, I'd probably either make a samurai or put a +1 counter on the Brutal Cathar so we can block it efficiently, or use it to block efficiently, but we'll see. Okay, Season Cathar.
This fight.
Wow, really? Okay. Are they going to enlist? Yeah. Wow, why are you tapping? Yeah, questionable decisions here, certainly from our opponent here. Not gonna block. I mean, yeah. Okay, they scry 2. Oh, we can easily deal a lot of damage next turn to them, huh? Okay. Sure. No blocks. Okay, friend, click your buttons. Don't be scared, you only have 2 mana open. You made some rather extremely questionable decisions here, but click the button, man. Good. Okay. Alright, take the draw. Pass back. Take our turn. That's another Sunfall. Yeah, I mean, that's a 4/4. But we're not really that scared, are we? Well, what's to be scared of? I mean, we can... Alright, fine. Who cares about Atraxa? Who cares? Our hand is full. I was thinking about doing the ossification thing on the Brutal Cathar to get Atraxa back, but man, who cares? I want it clean. Okay. Alright. Gonna keep the Bank Buster here. Yeah, I want it clean like that. I still have plenty of cards in hand, so technically Atraxa wouldn't have drawn us a lot of cards because we would have to discard at the end step, right? But it's just the card variety that makes Atraxa good. Well, plus the card advantage, of course. Okay. Nice. I wonder what's holding priority. It must be this Guardian of Nubinalia. And how annoying. Our opponent is just on a rope train here. Okay, thin out the deck, better our draws. Just pass back. Nothing else really that we need to do. They're down to 13 anyway, so... okay. Alright, that's a main phase Wandering Emperor.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I
Nice.
will protect my people.
See what they want to do here. Sure.
Strike fast and strike
Alright.
hard.
Okay. Draw with the Bank Buster. Man, if I can find the Leyline Binding, this game is over, huh? And I did. Nice. So we're gonna binding the Brutal Cathar here. Binding exiles, it doesn't destroy, so you don't need indestructible. Get a Troxa, refuel, untap with a Troxa, and pretty much just win the game here. Nice. Okay, so no farewell, which is a good sign. But we definitely need some spell pierces here for matchup number 2. Yeah, they can see it. I mean, it's not even a comparison here. Okay. So white-blue creatures can't be countered. White-blue planeswalkers. I mean, this is a matchup for barrage here, right? We need the spell pierce. I mean, I'd rather have protection. Sunfall. Yeah, they do have creatures here, but that's pretty much all that we saw. Guardian of Nubinalia and stuff. We don't need the Sunfall, I don't think. I don't need the Surge of Salvation here as well. Archangel of Wrath is really good here against our deck. What else do we need? I mean, everything else seems pretty decent, huh? Maybe cut down on some of these, huh? Just in case they do actually get a farewell in. I'd rather have sorcery speed removal instead of like enchantment removal or enchantment based removal. I think I'm good here. Yeah. Let's run it back. And Barrage has been an ace card sideboard wise. It's so good against mono blue. It won me the mono blue matchup, which is by far our hardest matchup. Besides that, I don't see us losing, to be honest, unless we get mana screwed or something like that. Alright, we are on the draw. Let's see what we're playing against here. Okay, one land hand we can't keep, and even if this had more lands, it probably sucks to keep here. Here I'm gonna keep this hand. Okay, we have a white source, we're missing a blue source. Maybe I should have kept one Leyline Binding here, but who knows. Okay, playing against Dimir so far. Dimir ninjas, huh? Destroy target creature or planeswalker if this deals damage. Interesting. So let's play this. Okay. They are gonna ninjutsu here, unfortunately, but you know. Alright, so next turn we can have this Leyline Binding cost 1 mana and get a blue source, which is quite good. So that we can prep for a Sunfall here, right? We also have a Troxa, but no ramp in sight. Yeah, I definitely kept a questionable hand, but I mean, we do have a way to get a land and 2 removal spells, so why not? Alright, no ninjutsu here so far. And we don't have anything for you to destroy. We're definitely playing against an off-meta deck here. Merrick's. We're gonna save the Merrick's here. Oh, I definitely misplayed. Wow, yikes. Okay. Alright, fine. I'll just pass. No, I didn't misplay actually. I miscalculated. I thought I was going to be able to fetch a blue source and hold up Leyline Binding, but that's not the case. If I was to play the blue source to hold up Leyline Binding for 1 mana, then the only thing I would have held up was a blue source, which would make the Leyline Binding uncastable. So yeah, just go ahead as planned, I guess. So here we either herd migration to get a blue source, or we leyline binding, but it all depends on what they ninjutsu here. If they're just attacking for 2, then by all means I'm just gonna play a I'm just gonna channel herd migration here. Okay. Sure. See if they ninjutsu here. If it's that one card that discards, if it's that one ninja that discards a card, the one that has a menace counter, I think. No, it's this. What is this? Just lifelink? Yeah, we take it. Sure. Just give me that blue source. Okay. Untap, play the blue source, and pass. Okay. We don't have double white for this Archangel of Wrath, but we can next turn. Sure. We are gonna take some damage, and they're gonna gain some life, but it's fine because we do have an Archangel of Wrath, which is quite good. But they're playing blue, and they've held up mana, right? So it's just it's difficult, man. Yeah, still holding up 2 mana here, so playing Sunfall might not be a good option here. Let's test out their counterspell theory. I am gonna run out one Leyline Binding here, because they're just holding up mana. I mean, if we play Sunfall into a Make Disappear, we're way behind. So let's just see. No stick. Yikes. Alright, that's fine. Okay, here. Yeah, here we're just gonna run out this Archangel of Wrath, since they got pretty much nothing here. Kill their creature, save up the Sunfall, and just pass. So you had to test out the counterspell theory, right? With the Leyline Binding, even if it's kind of a waste. I mean, it's a 1-for-1 instead of a 2-for-1 when it comes to Sunfall, but we had to do it. Because if they did have a counterspell, and they didn't counter the Leyline Binding, they were going to counter our Sunfall, and that leaves us way behind. That leaves us with a dead turn, with them having 2 creatures, our life points are way too low, and they're just attacking. So, yeah. A March for 2? Oh, yikes. Yeah, they definitely... yeah, they didn't know how to cast that March, it seems like. Yikes. Okay, so we're playing against low-level creatures, it seems like. Or low-level players is what I meant to say. But it's fine, it's okay. It should be another easy game. So far, we're undefeated with this deck, so I'm happy about that. Okay. Just gonna attack here first. And then we are gonna Invasion of Zendikar. Yikes, maybe I should have played that before, yeah. Why am I always in a rush? Kinda sucks. But nonetheless, it's fine. At this level here that we're playing, it feels like no matter what kind of misplays I do or not thinking enough, it doesn't really matter. It's an auto win. It feels like, that's how it feels like. We're definitely playing a high tier deck. I mean, it's a Pro Tour deck, so... Our opponent has a response. Nope. Play a tap land. Play Invasion of Zendikar. You definitely should have played the Invasion on main phase 1. But it's okay. So what do we get? We have triple red. And we have 4 green sources. 1 blue. We have to Jetmir's Gardens, so that's 2 white sources. Need another. We have triple red, so I guess get a black source, And a white source. Yeah. Just pass. Opponent untaps, plays a land, and then a specialist. What does this do? Uptone target creature to their hand. But that's pretty bad for them, isn't it? Because then we can just replay the Archangel of Wrath for more value. Yeah, doesn't seem that good, to be honest. And it's 4 mana? Yeah. Okay. Atroxa it is. Okay, another bounce spell maybe. Alright, Sunfall, Surge, Headquarters, Ossification, Bankbuster. Alright. So we're gonna have to discard 2 cards. I do want to hold up mana here though. So, what would I discard? I mean, sure. I'll discard a land. Why not? I'm gonna play a Leyline Binding on the specialist, just so they won't ever dream of having ninjutsu if they remove my Atroxa. And we are gonna pass discarding a land here. Sure. And Atroxa is just so good. Atroxa was one of those cards that was really overplayed, like really overplayed in the Pro Tour. Atroxa and Fable of the Mirror Breaker, of course, were 2 of the cards that were played the most. They tapped my Leyline Binding. Okay. Atroxa and Fable were definitely played the most. Alright. I'm not gonna play the Archangel of Wrath for 6 mana. I do want to get this Bankbuster down and hold up my Surge of Salvation here. And we're gonna get an extra mana of the Awakened Skyclave here as well. We're in no rush to kill them. They might have removal here, but removal is fine. We gain Hexproof. Sure. Okay. Play Awakened Skyclave. Get this Bankbuster down. Pass. Alright, next turn we have a pretty big hit. Another Disruptor. It's pretty good for them. But we can remove it. I mean, let's just close out this game as quickly as possible. Doesn't even feel like a challenge, to be honest. Sure. I have a lot of blue creatures, so that's pretty good for my sideboarding options. Okay. Ossification here, just so we can hit them for a lot. Play Invasion of Zendikar as well. And then we're gonna hit them for 11 here. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to crew the Bankbuster here. Alright, this goes here. These go here. And then attack. Okay. Nice, they're down to 11. We flip this other invasion. Play a land. Pass. Okay. 2 cards in hand for our opponent. Sure, it's a 5/5. It's pretty good. For them, like for a budget ninja deck, I mean, yikes, we drew ossification, okay. Let's just remove that. And then let's just put them out of their misery. So game 1 in the bag, as expected. This is a clean 2-0 for me, no matter what. Bring these. Bring 2 spell pierces as well. Do we actually need the spell pierce? Maybe I need a copy of Surge of Salvation. The card is really good, especially against Invoke Despair, which we aren't playing against so far. But I mean, the card performs well, decently. Sunfall is gonna leave. Gonna keep the Archangel of Wrath here. It's really good against their creatures. Barrage. Man, we don't even need the sideboard, to be honest. We don't need the sideboard. Actually, yeah, Barrage is gonna go. I'm gonna play. Surge can go. And then cut a Bankbuster. We don't need a lot of card advantage against their deck because they don't. We already have a Troxa and they don't have a lot of. We don't need to keep up with their card advantage, is what I'm trying to say, because they almost have none. So we can easily cut some of the Bankbusters here. And for the ninjutsu, I do like the Wandering Emperor instead of the Barrage, because Barrage is sorcery speed and it doesn't target their black creatures. It's pretty bad against their black creatures. Spell Pierce is here for protection / counter spells, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I think we have a pretty good deck here. Alright, we're on the play. 1 land hand. Can't keep. This one though is pretty good, right? The most expensive spell has to leave here. Okay. Alright, this one's pretty decent. Get those tap lands out of here, right? Or just play them first. Seems like we might be playing against the mirror here. I'm happy that we draw our 4th land so that we can Invasion of Zendikar next turn. Yes, it does seem like we're either playing against domain control or the mirror, basically. Another tap land from our opponent. We're going to play Invasion of Zendikar. I think I have the better sideboard here. It depends. We'll see. So definitely a blue source. Definitely a white source. Sure. Oh, we should have kept the tally, huh? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Sure. They might have Leyline Bindings here. They can Leyline Binding the Invasion of Zendikar, but it doesn't seem like it. No ramp from our opponent, which is a good sign. I'm just gonna pass here. Okay, we've done pretty well so far ramp-wise. Just want to draw our... oh yeah, that's pretty good for you. Okay. Herd Migration. Play a land. Is there another Sunfall? We're not sure. Opponent is playing a tap land here. And then Ossification to remove one of these. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. That's for sure. We have 3 Ossifications in hand. Yikes. Alright, they're down to 7, so they need an Atroxa or something. Okay, so this is definitely the matchup I was waiting for. And a herd migration of their own. Okay. Merrick's. Just punch in. Have him chomp. Yeah. Just go really aggressive here. Maybe I should have saved one of these ossifications here. Man, I just feel so bad that I actually put back the Itali instead of the Archangel of Wrath. That's definitely a misplay. Yeah, now an Itali here. Oh, and an Atroxa. Alright, let's move on to round 2. Okay. Alright, pretty understandable. So we're playing against the mirror here. Sure. Sunfall. No Sunfall, no Archangel of Wrath. Give me the Spell Pierces. And we're not very well equipped against the mirror, huh? Spell Pierce. Surge. I mean, Surge can protect us against the Leyline Bindings and the ossifications, right? I am gonna play One Farewell, yeah. Tyrannix Rex, Unlicensed Hearse. No. Maybe a Wandering Emperor. Maybe an Archangel of Wrath, since we have Invasion of Zendikar, right? Okay. They got a pretty good game 1, even though they didn't ramp. I think they won because of my mistake, right? Do we keep this? Man, if they were to ramp, we have no ramp in hand, but I think we keep this. It hurts, but yeah. Alright. Yeah, we definitely lost game 1 because I put back the Itali instead of the Archangel of Wrath, which was not the play. We played an untapped Mountain and an untapped Forest. Okay. Gonna pass here. See what they have. Stomper, yeah, they do have the ramp. Yikes. Get a black source here. We won't domain, most importantly. Alright, or at least these herd migrations can get us to this Itali here. I have an Archangel of Wrath, which is fine. Get another red source. Get a binding on this Archangel of Wrath. And tap, play the red source. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing from our opponent. Untap, Stomper. What a draw. So we have green, green, green. We have blue. We have red, red. We have double red. Need another white source. Why not? They missed the land drop too. We can just pass here. Sure. Okay. I just noticed that they don't have a blue source. I mean, they have to attack with this, right? Why else would you have it on the battlefield? It can't block. Okay. They're getting close to their own herd migration. But I think we lead with the Itali. Let's see what they try to do. They pass, okay. I'm gonna slam the Itali here. Nice. Alright. These are pretty good. Can't hate on these. Okay. Sure. Can't block. And we have a leyline binding here as well. Okay. Alright. Sunfall. Sucks. Can we do something about that? I don't think so. Yeah, their Sunfall is pretty good here. Could have attacked here with the Bankbuster, but I'd rather take the draw here. And to vanquish the Horde, that's pretty good. Okay. I won't take 6. No way, friend. Alright, take the draw. Another Itali. Yikes, we're 1 off actually. It's Invasion of Zendikar. And then a Stomper. Alright. They have the board wipes. They definitely kept them. Okay. Yeah, they're desperate now. I think we main face this Itali. Yikes, we get an Atroxon. Nice. Okay. Alright. So Vanquish the Horde does not seem like a bad idea against herd migration, right? Yeah. I'm still not sure about this Archangel of Wrath, to be honest. And we need to draw our Spell Pierces. Okay. Did we take out our Sunfall? We did. Risky. Absolutely risky. But we have ramp and 2 herd migrations. That can fix our mana significantly. Bankbuster. Yikes. Okay. Stomper. Really good turn. And then they attack, yeah. Makes sense. Alright, get a red source. Try to take away some of that damage, right? You draw with the Bankbuster, which means probably no ramp this turn, which is very, very good for us. Okay, play a blue source, play an Invasion of Zendikar. That gets us another white and probably another green, yeah. And we have herd migration next turn. Okay. And the Merrick's. Do we Atroxa? Or do we Herd Migration? The upside about playing Herd Migration is that they just play a board wipe, right? But if we play Atroxa, and I truly think we need to get this Atroxa down, I think. Alright, another Herd, Surge of Salvation, Leyline Binding, and another Atroxa. And what land do we get? Igonjo. We need to discard 3 cards. We take the draw. Okay. And then a tally. 2 stompers. That's fine. That is fine. They know about the Leyline Binding and the Surge of Salvation. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 mana. I want to hold up both Leyline Binding and Surge of Salvation here, so I might as well just go for the Invasion of Zendikar. Get black. The red source, I guess. And pass. I mean, I could have played Herd Migration and still held them both due to Awakened Skyclave here, but they have an Atroxa. Yep, this is far from over. They have a Leyline Binding, Herd Migration, Stomper, yeah, and Vanquish the Horde. Okay. We're definitely going to be battling here. See what they want to do. I think we let them have it. Okay. And another Stomper from our opponent here. They're definitely over-investing here, which is pretty good. I think it's time for the Vanquish the Horde. But do we get greedy and attack first? We haven't seen an Atroxa from them. I think here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 9, 11. Okay. We're definitely gonna Vanquish the Horde here. take the draw. Looking at Troxa. Another invasion. Spell Pierce, Ossification, Stomper, and I guess a Seiju here would be great. We need to discard 2 cards. What do we do? We're at 29 cards, they're at 31. Sure. Okay. Spell Pierce isn't good at this state of the game. They have just a bunch of mana. They're a ramp deck, so their own Atroxa. Why would you play Atroxa when you have 8 cards in hand? Sure. 2 Archangels, Sunfall, and then a Tally. This is going to go like till the end, right? Until one of us decks out. So I need to be mindful of that. They have 12 cards in hand. They need to be casting stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have mana for a Natali here. They have a bunch of mana here. They decide to go for the Stomper instead. Okay. This definitely could have been a card to discard here. And then Invasion was Zendikar. That's fine. Sure. We have 2 Herd Migrations in hand. Alright. Do we need to take anything? Nope. I'd like the instant speed interaction here. So they need to discard 3 cards. They're at 22 cards. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna Ossification here, which is a card I haven't seen from them. And we're gonna pass. Do your worst, opponent. Do your worst. They can Itali. They can wipe the board. They've got options. They surely have options. Is this a play for me to make? No. I wanted to Leyline Binding my own Atroxa, then kill it with the Beseiju so I can refuel. But just let them do their thing, honestly. Let them deck themselves out. I mean, I have a lot of removal. Another Archangel, Sunfall, Vanquish, Herd, Leyline Binding. Sure. You can go the extra mile. I think I do have the upper hand here. It's the mirror, so I mean, they can pretty much do the same exact thing that we're doing. Another Bank Buster. Sure. We're at 33 life, so they can have an attack, sure. But they can get their own invasion here, huh? They're at 17 cards. We're at 28. Okay. Let's play a Tally. Not a Troxa. They ran through their deck. Oh, and the Farewell and the Sunfall. Alright, we're gonna cast both of these. This is going to target Yeah, artifacts, graveyards. Yes. And this is going to exile all creatures. Sure. We're gonna pass. Alright, 15 cards, we're at 24. Yeah, this is just going to go all the way. You get a Bank Buster and an Archangel of Wrath. Sure, we gotta be patient here. We gotta be patient. I think they see our game plan, and they fire off an Atraxa. Yeah, so they're going all in here. Try it for the kill, right? Okay, see what they want to do. Sure. You have to discard. There are 10 cards in the deck. 10 cards. Okay, we gotta be careful. That's a draw. Alright. I'm gonna go for a Atraxa here. They have 3 Leyline Bindings in hand. 3. But I'm gonna get a Surge of Salvation. I am gonna get a land, an Ossification, and a Atraxa. Okay, nice. Nice. Alright. Take the tally. None of us are playing our herd migrations, huh? Oh, what do we discard here? I guess we can afford to discard a herd migration here, I think. Yeah. No attacks. And turn. Yeah, they're gonna Leyline Binding my Atraxa. Or the Ossification, huh? Sure. Just let them run through their deck. What do they get? A herd migration and a Leyline Binding. Oh, this is actually pretty bad, huh? Oh, alright. We need 1 mana. Alright, I'm gonna do this now to kill their Leyline Binding. And then Ossification is gonna go here. Get rid of their Atali. And yeah, I'm gonna let this resolve. Pass. Alright, I'm gonna Leyline Binding. That's 10. We're not dead. Or close to it. We're down to 10. Get an Archangel. Then another Atraxa. We are dead here, I think. Yeah, man, we desperately needed to hold up that surge of salvation. No untapped lands no more, huh? How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can ossification their Itali. And then we can Leyland Binding. But we're pretty dead still. They have a lot of damage on board. We still have one white source left. Yeah, if we take a Atraxa, maybe we can survive if we channel one of these herd migrations. Is that our last Leyland Binding? 2, 3, 4. They have 4 on the board. Did I miss something? They have 4 on the board. My opponent is thinking here. They know about the Surge of Salvation. This might be the key card that we need. How much damage did they have? If we channel a herd migration, we Surge of Salvation to protect our permanents. We gotta take their Atraxa. So we go up to 13, 16. They have 6, 9. Alright, take their Atraxa. And yeah. They untap. Okay. They have 12. Still not enough, I think. They have 12. They have 20. No, they have 18. They have 18. We are dead. But do they see it? Why did they rope? Were they thinking all this time? But wait, I'm still really confused. Is one of these mine? And if so, why is it on their side of the board? And how do they have 5? Did they copy it? Did I miss something? There's no way to copy it. How can you have 5 leyline bindings? Pretty sure if I was to play one of these, it should be on my side of the field. Yeah, but opponent gave up. Okay. They saw the leyline binding here. They saw the Surge of Salvation. They gave up. They know we're gonna gain life. Nice. Wow, what a game, huh? We won the mirror, but I mean, power-wise, it was head-to-head, right? Their only advantage was the board wipes, definitely, and the amount of Vitalis they have in the deck. We only have 2. That's their only advantage. But besides that, I mean, long game, they have the advantage, but our advantage is Surge of Salvation, right? So we can protect our leyline bindings and ossifications. They have Vitalis, but they don't have ossifications, and they ran through their deck. So GG's.